For the 9th year running, Forbes has ranked the 100 most powerful women in the world. How do we do it? We start by dividing women into 7 different categories: billionaires, celebrities, business, media, philanthropists and NGOs, politicians and technology. We then assess them on a money metric, such as GDP or budget, a media metric, which would be traditional and social media, and an impact metric. The impact metric includes their influence across industries, cultures, and countries, how many people they influence, and how actively they use that influence. So why don't we talk about the list and start out with number 10.
So we can start our top 10 countdown with Sheryl Sandberg, who's the COO of Facebook and in June was named to the board of directors. She's the first woman on their board. She's notable on the list this year because for the first year we've broken out women in tech. We think it's an industry on the rise, and what's remarkable is of our 100 top most powerful women, 15 are engineers or tech executives. At number 9 on this list, Janet Napolitano heads the Department of Homeland Security, the 3rd largest organization in the US government. She's one of 3 secretaries of the US government on the list, and she's really interesting, I think, because she came from being the governor of Arizona to moving to the national stage.
And on the global stage is Christine Lagarde, the managing director of the International Monetary Fund. She's one of several women on our list this year who are changing the world through NGOs. Another great example is Earthren Cousin, the new executive director of the World Food Program, the largest humanitarian organization in the world. I caught up with her this year on camera, and she's doing some really great things over there.
So next on the list we have Michelle Obama. She has moved up one on the list. Last year she was number 8. We really want to be on the lookout for Michelle Obama in the next few months with the election. So be on the lookout for her on Twitter, a lot of public appearances. She was on Top Chef, and then she was actually leading the American delegation in the Olympics a month ago. So next on the list we have Sonia Gandhi, the president of the Indian National Congress. Gandhi is actually one of 5 Indian and Indian American women on the list this year, and then there's 9 other Asian women to look out for on the list. So from politics to business, it's really kind of a trend that we've noticed, the growth of Asian power women.
And at number 5 this year is Jill Abramson, the first female executive editor of the New York Times. She's one of 7 newswomen on our list this year who are driving the global conversation and bringing us crucial information for our lives and our livelihoods.
Melinda Gates comes next. Melinda Gates made headlines this year when she bucked her Catholic religion and pledged an additional $500 million to bring contraception to some of the world's poorest women. She heads up one of the world's wealthiest and most generous philanthropic groups. And I think it's remarkable that of this year's 100 women, we have 12 humanitarian philanthropist women sort of shining a light on the impact and power of women who give.
And now we have our top 3. And at number 3 comes Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff. She's one of 7 heads of state, and she runs the world's 8th largest economy and an entrepreneurial Disneyland. Brazil is the 3rd largest country for startups, with 1 out of every 4 Brazilian adults an entrepreneur. She's also one of 7 Latinas on the list this year, and that ranges from Argentinian President Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner to Colombian actress and highest paid U.S. actress on television, Sofia Vergara. And number 2 would be Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. She stayed out of the election spotlight this year, mostly because she's been on the road. She's been to over 50 countries this year, and during the course of her 4-year tenure as Secretary of State, she's logged in some 900,000 air miles. She's had a few diplomatic minefields to navigate this year, including the Syrian uprising, the WikiLeaks release of diplomatic cables, and taking on the new leadership in North Korea. And she's also consistently spoken out about the role of women in peacekeeping throughout the country and throughout the world, actually. And now, of course, we have number 1. Drum roll.
Number 1.
Number 1 on the list is German Chancellor Angela Merkel. This is not the first time she's hit the number 1 spot. She came in number 1 last year, and also from the years 2006 to 2009. No surprise she wasn't really elected until 2005. So this year she's on the list as the lead player, the so-called European Iron Lady. She's keeping the European Union together through sheer force of will and using all of her political capital. She's using her massive political capital to save the European Union, particularly countries like Greece, Spain, and Portugal, stave off a collapse that could affect the economy worldwide. Her approval ratings are soaring at 70% as she goes into her next election cycle. And this year she's embraced social media. She's opened up a YouTube channel where citizens are allowed to ask her questions and she answers them. Make sure to check out our package online and in the magazine for the Forbes 100 Most Powerful Women.